we go.
All right, so let's just drive the slalom and see how it goes.
All right.
So we're gonna start to the left of the first cone, and I'm ready when you are.
All right.
Good. And out. Excellent. Let's pull over to this side and get turned around. We'll stop right here. I'm gonna let them cycle through. So the whole thing with slaloms is management and rhythm. You want to get a good rhythm, and you want to manage your speed.
Yeah.
And we're just going to be practicing that for the first couple of runs.
Okay.
So as soon as he comes through, we'll head back over to that line.
And by managing the speed, you mean maintaining as much speed through the corner without over driving?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back to our...
this side?
Yep.
Okay.
And good, and we'll start... now I'm completely confused. Yeah, we'll start to the right of the first one.
Okay.
Yep,
all
okay,
right.
good to go. Good. Hands on the wheel, both hands on, there you go. Good. And straight through. And let's loop around this way. And just get staged. That's it.
So the offset kind of like this?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so the space in a slalom that's really crucial is right behind the cones. So this is our first cone. We want to be really mindful of this space.
Okay.
And so we want to make sure that we're turning around the cone and getting into that space. And we call that as being early.
Okay.
So I want you to try to focus on is, if you're going to hit the cone, you want to hit with your rear tires as you're cutting across it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. They call that what, like turn in early, or there's like a term for it, I think.
A lot of people refer to it as backsiding the cone.
That's what it is.
It can also, we can go ahead and head to our start line. It can also be called being early. You know, if you get late in the slalom, bad things happen. So you can just roll through, we don't need to stop. Make your shift, get around the first one, around the second one, around the third one, around the fourth one, around the fifth one. Good. Keep going straight. And now let's loop around here. Perfect. Just want to create a little bit more distance. Go ahead and cut it hard. Yep, sit right here. Perfect. That'll give us a good run at it. So how did that feel?
Better. I feel like I'm trying to struggle with setting it up properly.
Yep. So what we want to think of in our slalom is we want to use that space, but we also want to be really mindful of the weight transfer. We want to make sure we're moving the weight back and forth of the car. Does that make sense? So we're using that space. You ever snow ski, snowboard?
Yeah.
You know, that edge, we want to be on those edges.
So you want to go from edge to edge.
Edge to edge to, yep.
But you got to have that transition be smooth.
Exactly.
If you don't, you skitter on a snowboard or skis. So
you got it. Sense. Totally easy, right?
Yeah, good
Piece
analogy.
of cake. The slaloms are really hard to teach to people who've never skied.
That makes perfect sense. It's easy to teach to somebody up here from the north.
Yeah.
Sure, you say it to someone in North Carolina, they're like, what? Water ski?
Actually, well, there's a ski place 15 minutes from my house. So they were pretty good. San Diego's where it's a challenge. Wait just a second.
Oh, he's fixing the cone. Okay. I nicked one cone on the last one, I think, right?
Yeah.
It sounded like it.
And you're good.
Alright.
So edge, edge, edge. Good. Alright, so let's pull off to the side. Right here's perfect, and let's switch seats.
Alright, let's see how the pro does it.
I hate it when people say that.
I need the relative here. I'm a beginner at the gets. You got it really sitting up. You're not kidding.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a IT recruiter.
Cool.
Yeah. What do you do?
I work full-time for SCCA now. I'm in charge of what we call experiential programs, which is everything that SCCA does that isn't about who wins.
Wow.
So,
which is like a lot of the training in Evo school and stuff related to that.
Schools, drive experiences, So what I want you to do on the first one is watch my hands.
Okay. Because I'd taken my hand off the wheel a couple times and I caught myself.
So I'm gonna make my shift. I'm gonna hit the second cone because it's out of the box. Watch my hands. See how rhythmic, smooth, and it's a load, load.
Yep. I'm kind of doing this a little.
You're in a little bit of a shudder.
Okay. Okay, so not as far off to the side when I stop either.
Yeah, I think this is fine. We're back far enough. Plus the instructors are driving now, so we can have a little bit more faith.
Okay. I think that's fair.
So it's a load, 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 and it's all about the timing of when you make that load.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we're gonna do this time is I want you just kind of, you got a feel for what my hands are doing. Now I want you to get a feel for what the weight of the car is doing, what the energy of the car is doing as it transitions back and forth. It's almost identical to the Miata I used to have. I miss it.
That's the next car for sure.
They're great because they're just so well balanced and so easy to drive. Is that cone still?
A little offset to the right, yeah.
Let's see if we can get this straightened out real quick.
You're like, what?
Guys is going back to get chalked and mark them better. We can't find the chalk marks out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that
there it is.
Yeah, see? We're having trouble. So he's going to get more chalk.
Cool.
Cool.
That'll be easy to fix. Whew. Thank you. All right.
Should have thought about my beard for an open face.
Yeah. So what I want you to feel this time is the energy of the car.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get a little bit of a run of the slalom. And so I'm gonna get to the back side of the first one. And you feel how sharp those edges are?
Yeah, totally.
And because I'm using that sharp edge, I'm being really efficient. I'm not letting the car hang out there longer than it needs to. I'm diving it in each time. So it's the way I think of it is a car that has direction is a happy car.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're being decisive with your turn-ins, you're able to always have the car know what's happening. It's never in this kind of weird floaty, because that's when you're most likely to spin or slide out, is if the car is not going back to the skiing analogy, if you don't have that edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you ski or snowboard.
I've done both.
So on a snowboard, when you go dead flat with the board, you've got nothing.
Yeah,
you're just kind of at the mercy of what happens. But when you have an edge, you can. Same thing here. You want to always have that edge.
But you got to hold the edge to be able to keep that speed. And because if you start to skitter on a snowboard, you lose a lot.
Yep.
You lose so much, and it's easy to see because you don't have power. You're hill powered. You know, with this, it's well about the same. So.
This time I'm really going to focus on my placement. I want you to feel how I'm just barely touching the throttle each time to keep that momentum, to keep that forward direction, but I'm managing the speed the whole time. I'm making sure that I'm not getting too fast, that I can put the car exactly where I want it, but I'm not being lazy or patient. I'm getting through it quickly, but my focus is where I place the car.
That makes sense. Whew.
And you can get away with that in a Miata. That's the cool part.
Yeah. That's part of the fun for sure. It's exactly what I want to buy is one like that for maybe $3 to $5 grand-ish or so.
Yep.
Just for come out here to autocross and weekends and stuff.
All right. So this time what I want you to do is we're going to talk about our vision. I want you to look as far down the slalom as you can. See the whole thing. See how it's a line? And when I having a strategy through the whole thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, let's put you back on the fun side.
Okay, cool. Strategy is everything what I do, my regular everyday job, so.
I actually moved you just a little bit more upright.
That's cool. I'll sit however, however you feel like. I used to sit like that, and I used to sit like that all the time, and it was kind of like, get made fun of when you're a teenager sitting like that.
Exactly.
So.
But you're not a teenager anymore.
No, I'm freaking 30. I'm just used to the stupid wrong things. Alright. Elbows up or down when you keep them on there?
I like my elbows to be loose, and so they're all over the place. It's not, but it's not tense. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Make a shift. Good. Okay, come off your gas, coast for a second. Good. Feel those edges. Feel. Good.
Too much turn there.
That's all right. Let's get it turned around. All right, how'd that feel?
Felt a lot better. I felt like I was jerking with the wheel. I need to be smoother, I feel like. Just a slightly more, turn in slightly earlier and more gentle while I do it. So it takes slightly more time to actually make the turn.
Yep.
So that so my edge is set as opposed to skitter.
Yep. You want to catch, set the edge, load the weight, set the edge, load the weight, set the edge. So it's a rhythmic back and forth. The only thing that I think that I noticed on that is that you're trying to run without transferring the energy as much. You're trying to stay nice and level.
Yeah.
Get that out of your head. The car's going to have some energy movement to it.
Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, it was kind of. I'm trying to stay close to the cones, and I need to kind of maybe set up after I pass the cone, go out a little bit wider to set up for the backside early.
Yes. There's the chalk going down.
It's funny because how we sit, we can see whether they're in line or not,
and they cannot. Yep, you're absolutely right.
So I mean, that's I'm assuming that's why they're up there, kind of giving some words of advice or something like that. How fast is how fast do you think I should be going from a speed standpoint, through this with this car?
You're about right. The speed's about right. We just need to work on the placement a little bit.
Okay, so I carry more momentum through. Woo! Drove it harder there.
Yep.
Do you guys ever have people have like issues with their cars doing this and stuff like that?
The only thing that you ever see is on a lowered car, sometimes a tire cone will get in the wheel well and it'll pull the wheel liner out.
Okay.
And that's 15 minutes and a box of zip ties and you're back in it. All right, good to go.
Cool.
Oh wait, let him set that one. All right, good to go. All right, and coast for just a second. There you go. Good.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
There you go. Back again. Good. And drive it through. Good. How'd that one feel?
Better. I feel like I was trying to turn a little too early.
Yep.
And I was turning too much too early, probably is better.
That's correct. Yep. We just want to be. You had the weight transfer. You had the car moving, but we need to make it more of a flow, more of a
carving.
Carving. Yep. Carving. Absolutely accurate.
I snowboarded for 15 years.
Okay.
So I literally had a ski hill out the front door. So you nailed it with that first analogy.
Wow.
So that's why I keep coming back to it.
We'll just stay on it. I worked in a ski shop in Berkeley for winter and had a pass to every resort in Tahoe.
Wow.
It was kind of silly.
Probably an amazing winter you'll never forget.
It was a 160% normal snowfall that winter.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right, good to go.
I actually went to school at Northern Michigan in the UP in 2001, and that first year, whoops.
All right, both hands on the wheel. Around the first one, around the second one, around the third one, around the fourth one, around the fifth one, through your finish. That was perfect. That felt awesome.
I carried less speed into the first cone.
Yep, and then you built speed from there.
And that probably helped me because I was over driving the car maybe.
If there's one thing that if you take only one thing away from the slalom exercise, it's that getting the first one right is essential. You'll never get the rest of them right if you don't get the first one right. So get the first one right, that sets your rhythm, and that time you got the first one right and everything after that was easy, right?
Yep, this is process oriented for sure.
You got it.
You got to follow the steps.
First one right, and then everything after that's management.
Okay. So everything's built off of every block. It's like building blocks essentially. It makes perfect sense.
He's gonna set that one. And you're good. So get your first one right. Good. Around the second one, around the third one, around the fourth one, around the fifth one, and out. Good. That's what we're looking for. So give yourself just a little bit more room. You know, really focus on your placement on every single one. You know, if you drive a slalom like it's 100 cones long, you're never going to have a problem.
Yeah.
But if you get to a point where you're driving a slalom like there's only 3 and there's 5, you're going to have a big problem. So keep that rhythm, keep that placement all the way through it.
Yeah, you can't let it get away from you. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, I was gonna say I went to school in the UP for a couple of years. In the first year, we had 320 inches of sno. It was the record snow for them. I had UP of all places.
I had a day at Sierra where it snowed 3 feet while we were there.
Wow.
Good. Get the first one right. Get the second one right. Get the third one right. Get the fourth one.
Way too much speed. I was on power too long.
Yep, that's exactly it. And the best thing about that is you know it. Like, I don't have to teach you that. You felt that, you know it.
I haven't had any autocross or any experience with it, so like you're literally watching me figure it out right now.
That's what we're here to do.
So, because I've been lucky, maybe relatively competitive in the karting. I've managed to place in the top 3 or 5 every year in the league. But that's also because I understand how to get around people when they're bumping and banging. Yeah. Not because I'm a great driver. Right.
Well, I mean, racecraft is part of driving. Being able to pick your time and your spot.
All right. Hit the same one again.
Everybody hits the third one because a trained monkey can get the first 2 right. The third one's the first one you have to work for.
Gotcha.
All right, here we go. Placement on every one. Focus on your placement more than your speed. Good. 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 Patience and drive it out. Good. Feel that little pause when I said patience made everything easy again.
It's just about everything's got to be smooth. It seems like
everything's got to be smooth and intentional.
That makes perfect sense.
It's all management.
Perfect sense. How long have you been doing this?
I've been instructing for 6 years. I've been autocrossing since '97.
Wow. My
first SCCA event was in March of 1977. I was born in January of '77.
So you have grown up doing it pretty much.
You're familiar with flagging at road races? My mom and dad wrote the first SCCA flag manual.
Wow.
So I've been around it a while.
All right, yeah, it's your life for sure.
All right, we're gonna do one more with me, and then I'm gonna jump out, and you're gonna do a down and back.
Okay.
All right, we're good to go. Take it. Make life easy for our course workers. Manage every one. Good. 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 Excellent. Excellent. That's exactly what I want. You feel how every one was a management exercise.
Yeah. So
you're adjusting throttle. You're adjusting speed. That's perfect.
So let me ask you this: if this is what I feel like I'm doing and what I think I should be doing from watching you and everything, and the feedback I'm getting, but I want to double check it. So I need to be rolling off the throttle as I approach to hit the backside early, and then right as I clip the what could be called the apex or the apex area, maybe I'm rolling back on the throttle for a very short burst to then roll back off and maintain.
And that's literally pushing you across that line.
Okay.
Yeah, if you think of it as a line, every time you squeeze the throttle, you're pushing yourself across that line.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was doing.
Nope, you're
understand the
absolutely
steps
right.
Properly. That's awesome.
All right, good to go. Management. Good. Get us out of here. Do you feel how much faster you're exiting the slalom now?
Yeah, because I'm rolling on the power later as opposed to losing all that power that I'm, you know, going through the corner.
All right, I'm going to jump out. I'm putting this back in your packet.
Okay.
As you're going to run down and back, and when you come back before you get out of the car, grab this, write down what you learned.
Okay.
Take some notes.
Good call. I like that. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Get the trash out of here.
Did we go again?